So now that you are here at this relevant time and place, please tell me the first things that you see or feel.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I still feel like I'm arriving.
You're arriving. Are you still in the tunnel?
Yeah, just energetically.
How does your body feel right now?
Adjusting.
Do you want to do a body scan that we can scan your body to see if right now to help get you tuned up to adjust, or do you want to try to move forward?
No, I think I would want to do that first.
The body scan?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'd like to call in your healing team, whether that be the higher self or spirit guides or angelics, to come in and help us. Let's do a scan from head to toe. And as we're scanning from head to toe, can you guys let me know if there's anything that you feel that we need to work on?
Okay, so I feel like the energy is a little bit scattered and needs to readjust.
Do you feel like there's any blockages?
I feel like I'm just seeing like a spiral around my sacral area.
Hmm. And what do you feel like that spiral around the sacral area is about?
It's nourishing.
So the spiral is creating nourishing for your body? Can you repeat that?
Can you hear me well?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so my legs are getting warm and fuzzy. And yeah, so I'm just seeing more my energies coming back into my body.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just
They're helping you.
yeah.
Or is that what they're doing? They're helping you kind of raise your frequency a little bit?
Yeah, it was full of holes, and now it just feels like I just see a
What
lot of light coming. So now I'm seeing like lots of light coming into my left leg and my left side.
what do you feel like those holes were from?
I think it's my energy being scattered, all my mental nervousness and thoughts and things, and just the whole period.
That's understandable. As you're and you said the spiral around your sacral area was nourishing. Can you explain more? We got kind of disconnected for a second while you were talking.
Okay. Yeah, meaning yeah, so somehow kind of feeling my body like I still don't know the word. just pouring energy into my sacral area.
Okay. Is it kind of like an upgrade?
Yeah.
Okay. And as we're scanning for the rest of the body, do you get a sense of anything else that might be going on?
Yeah, so right now it's just energy moving around my body. It's kind of like rebuilding it somehow and grounding me.
I bet that feels really nice.
Oh, yeah. I just love when this happens.
Yeah. They are amazing with the technology or how they use our own bodies and energy to do the healing. Um, do they feel like we need to seal your energy space, or is this going to seal it on its own so there won't be any more holes, or how do we prevent that? Did I lose you again?
No, um, I I don't know. I didn't know stealing was a thing, and I'm not sure if it's possible. And also, I was thinking, uh, if this is something that just happens, is not, yeah, like, is this something that is normal or not? And I have this feeling around, hmm, I just seeing a lot of red, and my mind was going through red roses for some reason. Um, maybe it's also, and I said like like this because I actually am hoping to find rose essential oil in Costa Rica, and maybe that will help also create a frequency around my heart, which I know it might be external, but maybe that's what it's the rose means.
So will that, like applying it when you feel called to, help raise the frequency of your heart?
Yeah,
Okay.
or just incorporate it in my cream or something like, or like a perfume to have it around me to protect my energy.
Okay.
I just
And
feel it
that,
around like my chest area. Yeah, yeah,
so your heart
somehow.
chakra.
Yeah.
And why do you feel like your heart chakra needs to be elevated?
Mm, I didn't thought I did it, but just this like this image of roses around it.
Mm.
And it's, yeah, just like the heart chakra and the plexus area, like my core somehow, like my center, there having roses.
That actually sounds really lovely. While we're here working on the body, is there any other um, things that we can work on that you feel or see that we can gain more information about?
In my mind comes yes, but I don't know what that is.
Okay. Well, I want to ask your higher self if whatever we are working on and needs working on, if you guys can continue to help her with that for this session, we greatly appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, so you're still going to receive this healing throughout this session. But I want to move you forward to the most relevant time and the most relevant place to gain answers to the questions we seek today. And as you're moving forward to the most relevant time and place, I want you to tell me the first thing that you feel or see as you're moving forward to the most relevant time and place.
Yes, what comes to my mind is a window of light.
A window of lights, does that mean
Yeah.
you're connected to a building, or is it just a window and then lights? Explain that to me.
So I think it's related to the home that I'm interested in going to.
Okay.
It's a home that has lots of light and lots of windows, and
Well, let's go take a look inside the home, like through the windows. You can move closer. What information can you tell me about how it feels or looks, or
it feels like it's a home where it's also a window to my soul.
Mm.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Well, as you look inside, what do you see?
I already know how it looks, but I just see myself there and seeing myself there in between two worlds. The dream world, like somehow the universe and my own heart.
And when you're there in that space, what are you doing? Are you reflecting, or are
Yeah.
you learning, or what happens in that space?
Yeah, I see myself reflecting, writing, looking towards the ocean and being in that space. It's a very quiet, creative space. I also see myself in downstairs in the kitchen area, working there.
What are you doing in the kitchen working?
I feel like working in the, I see myself working a little bit in the laptop. I see when I was upstairs looking at the ocean, I feel like writing, and downstairs I feel like I'm working with colors and drawing, and this feels like I'm very at peace there in that space.
Do you feel like this is the current time or in the future or in the past? Like, what can you tell me about the time?
Definitely can be something in the future, but while I'm there, I feel like time doesn't exist.
Mm,
Yeah, I feel like it's a place with a lot of creativity and peace.
that sounds lovely.
Yeah. And then no, my mind was like, it's too far, it doesn't work out, how we need to pay for it. There's no internet. Um, and then while my mind was going in the background with all of those things while I was telling you, uh, I just remember a friend of mine has a thing that you can use for internet. Like, that's the solution. Like, okay. Yeah.
And now your mind is showing you peace, reflection, creativity. Um, so when you compare the two things, what your mind was telling you and what you're actually seeing, what higher perspective can we understand from this?
Yeah, so like now my heart is like it's super mega expanding and very happy. So
I love that.
yeah, and it's like super mega crazy because I thought I have everything I need here, and there were some things that they felt like they don't fall into place in that home. But now just having this imagery, which I kind of had it before, but I thought it was just maybe it's just crazy. But now perceiving it and embodying it, I know that that's a place where I have to be. I have to be for that. That's me. Like being in that place, I can be more me,
Mm.
and I can be at peace. I can be creative. I can write. I can work. Yeah.
And
Mm.
do you see yourself finding solutions for any of the concerns that your mind has about it? Do you see that in the future?
Around the place.
Yeah. So my
Yeah.
question is, your mind is creating all these what ifs and all these concerns, but as you're there in the future, do you see that there are solutions for all those concerns?
Yeah. Like the internet one just came. Like you just
Yeah.
met this guy yesterday that received the thing for generating Wi-Fi. like, okay, maybe it can work, and maybe the signal is alright. So if I want to do a BQA session with somebody, if I'm in the position of doing that, I can do it, which is great. That's one, and probably the other ones will fall into place.
What about the concern of the dirt road? Is there a solution to that? Or will that solution present itself?
Yeah, it just feels like I have to try it, and around my collaboration with Hash, I'll have to see how it works out. And just maybe driving more, but it's worth it for what it's offering.
Okay.
Yeah, so what I'm like, all of those things that are very valid and that was keeping me from saying, okay, I just might just want to stay here because it's so comfortable and I don't want to move and all of that. And maybe I'm scared about safety there. And oh, I cannot easily wash clothes or whatever. Just being in that space and that creativity feels like really good.
Mm. Okay. I love that. I love it 100% for uh, how you see yourself in the future. I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, like before I was here, for example, I was I have my outside, which sometimes can be really nice and creative, but being transposed there um feels very nice. Feels very, very expansive. Just seeing that detail of me there and there and there and there. And not seeing myself here, for example, in my current home.
Is there anything else that we need to learn from this window into her soul?
Mm. Yeah, so just I keep having this in my head. Give it a try, take a chance, see how it goes.
Okay. I think that's some cheering you on.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we appreciate them taking you to this spot to give us answers because that was one of the big questions that you
Yeah.
had. Yeah, as we leave this space, I want to ask that they move you forward to the most relevant time in the most relevant place to get some answers. And as you're moving there, kind of get your bearings and tell me what you're feeling or seeing.
Yeah, I was just feeling like moving to your heart.
To your heart.
Yeah, moving to your heart.
Okay.
You get always answer in your heart.
Let's move into your heart space. And as you're there, I want you to tell me what you're feeling or any visualizations or intuitions of what they might be showing you.
Yeah, so I feel like trying to unpack everything and understand everything. I'm just trying, like I'm having this visualization where I go into like my heart, that it's like a space with little rooms, and they're like light rooms, and like never before I keep having roses in my head and in my mind, and now they're pink, and having a very interesting session today. Interesting visualizations and
Yeah.
um,
Well, I mean, they're going to take you exactly where you need to go.
yeah.
And we did want to explore relationships, family, and life. Um, and a lot of those things, to my perspective, seem like they would reside in the heart.
Mm-hmm.
So just, let's explore that and see what we need to unpack here.
And also I saw Oscar's face, and there was something that was telling me to remove him from my heart. It's kind of sad for me.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why, and I don't know if I can understand why.
Yeah. If we can understand why, that would be great.
Or if, or if I understood correctly. Is it true? uh,
What else is going on in your heart?
right now I just feel a column of light just passing through my heart.
What do you feel like that light is doing in your heart right now?
I cannot figure it out. Initially, I thought there was things like arrows or pointing me to go more inwards, and somehow feels like an arch of some kind. It doesn't feel like it's like healing or nourishing, or just is there like splitting it somehow. Mm. It's just going away. Or maybe the idea is not to have a split heart into many directions and just be more somehow integrated whole. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like it's kind of like the body where the body had holes in it. Is this related to?
Yeah. Yes.
Now, how do we go from removing Oscar from your heart? Do we need to do it today, or is it something you're going to do outside of this session, or how can I help?
I'm not getting much. I'm just thinking about unwinding. Things unfold, unwind. Energy does that, you know.
Mm, okay.
Oh, now he's gone. There's nothing around him. I don't have any more information, which is
Okay.
somehow frustrating. That's okay.
Is there anything else more in the heart that we need to explore? Is there any of the answers here regarding your family and past events that we can explore here? Do we need to move on?
Okay, let's see. Okay, so I think that was something. There's another thing that came and I didn't mention, and maybe it will be useful later on. Was that when he was talking about columns of light and arrows and like also roses, but also thorns and goats. There was the idea of a goat coming into my head. And I'm not sure what that symbolizes. Like there's a saying in Romanian that a goat is like the person people blame. So maybe this is another way of telling me that this is why it's not good for me to be involved with him, because I'm going to be surrounded by that type of energy. And also around people, relationships, and roses and thorns. Feel like what sometimes is beautiful can also hurt you. Mm. And
Yeah.
beautiful, and also a rose is beautiful, and but also its roots, they have thorns sometimes and can hurt you. But as long as you change and let things move, Nothing can hurt you. Like,
Mm.
like it doesn't stick. It cannot injure you. So all of those things disappear when you come at, you stand still, you come at peace, and let the energy move, let the things pass. Okay, so more or less focus on your heart. Go inside your heart, go in silence, go in peace, and let things move. Let things move. Don't get attached to them. Don't let them sting you. Don't hold on to them.
I appreciate that great perspective that we were able to get there. And it seems like the goat can hurt you too, even though if you're the scapegoat, it has horns that also can hurt. Um, but I know that she'll understand this, especially when she listens to it and get the higher perspective as well. Am I correct?
If you need a little bit more explanation.
Yeah, we'd love for that bigger information. So what other information can you give us?
When she's not happy with, doesn't have enough clarity. Um, okay.
What does she want more clarity on?
Oscar.
Is there any more information that you guys can give her regarding this?
No. That's it.
Okay. I do think listening back, you're going to hear more stuff than you might right now. Is that correct? Is that what your guides, can they confirm that for me?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we're going to move on to the most relevant time and the most relevant place to gain answers to the questions we seek. And as you move forward to that most relevant place and time, I want you to tell me what you're feeling or experiencing or anything that is going on. Can you tell me what you're seeing or feeling?
There's not a lot happening here. I'm just getting a lot of symbols like this. I was seeing the front of a boat. And then somehow the boat, the front of the boat turned into a scorpion. And then I was wondering, is it because I'm surrounded by them? Or if it's something else I need to understand here.
And you said there were symbols.
Well, it's very symbolistic because there's
Okay.
like an energetic, like out of light boat front somehow. And I was trying to understand what it's saying. Maybe saying just it's about keeping the direction straight. Go straight to where you want to go.
And then if you don't keep it, what happens?
And that maybe it's why the boat transformed into a black scorpion. Because the boat is very energetic, it's made of light, but the scorpion that stings, it's dark.
Mm. So you can either ride a boat to where you want to go, or you can ride in on a dark black scorpion and get stung.
Yeah. It just comes like keep, find your north node and keep the north node. Go with the north node, and it's your light direction, because otherwise it's like if you don't do that, yeah, it's dark, it's poisonous, it grabs you.
Are there any tools or information they can give you to help you stay on your path? Like, what things can you do to stay on your path?
Yes, so I have two things coming. One is BQH and one is home. That home, staying in that home.
And is that home the Yankee Beach home that we're referring
Yeah,
to?
yeah.
Okay. So BQH. And what about the transcribing and writing the blog? Does that play a part in that?
Yeah. So that will
Okay.
be the isolation and writing and also BKH came to my mind. So it's like isolation in the home, writing, and BKH. That's kind of my north node.
Okay. It's actually really good to have a compass with
Yeah.
what all that is. Um,
Yes. Yeah. I'm still like not understanding like how like I thought that hash is going to be like a super cool thing, and I still don't know like how they're going to work. Somehow the idea of I'm just getting this feeling of a lot of isolation there. Just isolate myself there and focus from there. Mhm.
Well,
Well, I'll see.
yeah, they did say earlier that your energy was being spread all over. So it seems like a solution to help you out is what they're providing of
Mm.
isolation to a degree.
Yeah, sounds all right.
We have some questions, and I'd really like to have the higher self come really be connected, or the collective, to answer these questions with you. Do you feel like your higher self is there with you right now?
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you so much, higher self. You have a wonderful soul spark here, that I'm lucky to have as a friend. I appreciate you. Um, was there any information, higher self, regarding her past with her family that we can explore, and some of that, what she feels is karma? Is that any of that connected to what's going on in her current situation?
Yes, it feels like mm, yeah, it just feels like the message is to move on. Yeah, move on and be involved in different dynamics and different relationships and a lot of solitude in independence. Mm.
Is it karma that's following her right now in regards to um, her dad in that situation?
No, it's just more around old patterns and programming.
So that programming's still within her.
Yeah, and just to make different choices.
So she
Move,
makes different choices. It's not necessarily karma. It's just um, an opportunity for her to make different choices that were not made in the past when she was a kid.
yeah, and just clearing somehow whatever she still had learned from her family.
Okay. But is this something that's like majorly affecting her, or is it how like grand of a scale of affecting her? Does it, how grand of an effect does it have on her?
So the idea is for her to, it's an exercise to step more into her power
Mm.
and grow up. Yeah. So that's pretty much. It's an exercise of will to step more into her power. Trust herself, trust us that we're there, and make different choices.
Sounds easy enough from your perspective.
Yeah, so she cannot always, she needs to be calm. Everything that happened was a good exercise for her to understand that how things can be when they're very agitated around her. What happens when she's not grounded? What happens when she's not taking care of herself? What happens when she gets distracted by everything else, from friends, money, family, lovers? And if she cannot master herself around these personal situations, she cannot master anything in the future. More like being the pillar of light for other people. The same way she was thinking that her fellow practitioner, he cannot do sessions or healing if he doesn't do it on himself. So what is happening right now with her is the same thing. It's not about blaming or judging. It's just understanding that it's a practice, it's an exercise, it's a journey, it's a path. And we're always giving her whatever she needs and at the level she can master.
I think that's beautiful. And when we learn, it's just kind of an educational time, a teaching time. It makes it not, it's important, but it makes it not filled with so many emotions. It helps bring better perspective, you know. So I appreciate that wisdom. Does she have a pretty good connection with you day to day?
She doesn't, meaning she gives me, she knows me, she feels me, but then she gets distracted with everything. That's why it's nice to be in a space where we can work together more.
I love that the song Reunited and It Feels So Good is playing in my head.
Yeah.
Now, higher self, have you been sending her messages? What happened when she got knocked down sick the past 2 weeks? What was going on there?
Yeah, she just doesn't listen. So she doesn't prioritize the connection with self, with me, the source, with all that is, and just gets distracted in the environment, with the environment. And yeah, like somehow it's funny. Um,
But
it's funny how she gets lost into the small things and thoughts and people and situations, and how much energy she wasted on those things. Like, wow. Uh, this is not the time for that. Not the place for that. She's not the person to do that.
and why isn't she the person to do that? What does she have a special job that she needs to do?
Yeah, listen to me. Um,
It's her only job. And
yeah.
do you realize we're on a planet where we have amnesia and forgot who we were?
The
It's not
more
that.
that that's the thing, you know, like she can do that and she doesn't because yeah, because she needs to talk with her friend for 5 hours and explain her. So like, yeah, just don't do don't do the website and don't talk don't write what you want to write. We just leave them in the notebook and then go and explain explain like how things are to somebody who doesn't want to listen. Um, try to make excuses that you're feeling sick and you cannot meet everybody and you cannot be everybody's friend and that you have needs and try to get and having meaning like stupid conversations with Oscar who's and trying to make that communication work. Yeah, it's like
um, Higher self, I feel like you're what we call spilling the tea right now. But does she need to hear this right now from you?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we'll allow it. We'll totally take it as an act of love and appreciate
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So right now, I'm just being shown the image when like first of all, she doesn't need to take herself and her role very seriously. And they're showing her the image of when going to Hush and writing all of the school things and being so connected and kind of reminding her what creation is and multidimensionality and that state of being, that mastery state of being, and then boom, she goes back again. And it's like this not this yeah, this time passes really quickly and there are not enough resources right now to go like this. We are yeah, this when it's enough is enough.
yeah.
And this having this type of explanation and uh, exposing things like that is just too actually is to make her understand things are not serious. They're like just funny. And yeah, it's yeah, there's no judgment, there's no blame, and it's nice. It's a game we are playing together. But like I think it's just time to like step out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so um and then that's why some isolation and time alone it's a good idea. Being away from, and now I'm just also, it's just a reminder around her friend from Hush, Ronnie, that she also needs a lot of attention sometimes, and just being there in Yankee more alone and far away, just helps her uh, with time, not having to explain and be in situations where, or at least just for a while until she gets back on track. Uh,
Yeah.
because like if she's here, she's like, oh, you're here, let's do that, da, da, da. Or like going for a walk, then boom, people, no, and then there, she still has people, but there are different people, and there's no need to all the time mm, spending energy on minimizing interactions and focusing on herself. She's not in situations where if she goes out of the house or she will need to like spend energy and time of getting her time back somehow, if it makes sense. But being
Hmm.
in an isolated place is just eliminates all of the need to protect the space for creation, for writing, for being. Even though here there's a lot of things that are easy and she got used to it, and yeah, not working well at all. Oh, okay. Mm, yeah. So
So, so she needs to know that she has two options on this boat, and because from my understanding, it's free will, and you're showing her that the option that you, as from your higher perspective, sees as the best option for her.
yeah,
Okay. I think it's beautiful. Higher self, you always, no matter who I'm talking to, the higher selves are always so much more, they explain so much more in such a simple way that we appreciate, because it's hard to navigate these waters. Is there any way that she can deepen her connection in channeling you? Is there anything that you have to offer in advice of what she can do?
right then means spend time alone.
Okay. Would you like to be more connected to her while she's here?
Here in,
I mean, on Earth, sorry. The, are you, because I know like you're connected to her right now during this session, but would you like more connection with her during her day to day? Would that make you happy?
make her happy. For sure.
Okay.
So
Now,
we are all here, like we are on a path of embodying our higher selves. That's the purpose in the end. It's navigating and living the day life as your higher self.
Can
So this
our
is
can our full higher self actually come down to a third dimensional planet?
so right now what I am, what version I am the version that she can embody on the planet. I think from a other perspective, you can say higher perspective, the amount of higher self you can embody is unlimited until it's God.
Okay.
Um,
So there are
so the
several different layers of higher selves, is what you're saying, until you reach
yeah,
God. Okay.
yeah. So like how she perceives it and how how is like her, like our flavor of or our version of higher self is more or less this. Like higher self is the higher consciousness that she can access and embody, and the potential is always uh, the maximum potential is always source. And the version that I'm talking now is that I am is the version that she can embody and she's meant to embody here on earth. Is a version that the flavor that she can channel. Yeah.
I love that. It actually gives me a visualization that makes so much sense. I think we complicate it a lot.
Yeah.
Uh,
And would you want to explain the visualization?
well, the visualization is just like a kind of like a Russian doll. It's all kind of part of the same doll, but in like the inner inside doll is like us, and then the doll on the outside of that is like you, and then there's another higher self above that, and then like it's just, but we're all a part of the same doll.
Mm-hmm.
Now higher self, I wanted to explore Lemuria today, but I am running out of time. But I did
Mm-hmm.
have just a couple questions. Has she ever been to Lemuria? Was she a part of Lemuria?
So now that we're switching to Lemuria, I'm just starting to receive this beautiful light, blue light.
Hmm.
And I just get chills on my body. Uh,
What do you feel like that light is?
Um, feels like it's a connection with Lemurian energy.
Hmm. Is the higher self still here and can answer some questions? They're very basic questions. We're not going to go into too
Yeah.
much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As she's receiving that beautiful Lemurian energy, can you answer for us if she was connected to that energy, if she was on Lemuria or at Lemuria?
She was part of Lemuria. Um, she she worked with Lemurians. She works with Lemurian energy. I I'm there's like this. I'm just getting this place somewhere in space in our galaxy where there are also Lemurians, and they also work with the Lemurian energy from the earth. So for me, Lemuria is in different places, and
Were are Lemurians, if their energy is at different places, were all beings who were at Lemuria on Earth, were they all of the same collective, or were they different collective energies, or different, what we would call races of collectives? Like, what was it, a one specific race, or was it different beings?
no, they were it was the same race that came and chose to live on Earth.
Okay.
And there's still part of their energy inside the earth.
Are there still beings on the inner Earth,
Yeah.
Lemurians? Mm-hmm.
And also they have a lot of their essence in crystals.
And is that why she was attracted to her Lemurian crystals, or what can you tell us about that?
Yes. And right now I'm getting this visualization where there's so many, no, so there's like somehow I feel they comes from the center of the earth, and there's like dark crystals there, but they emanate so much light right now, and information. It's so beautiful.
Mm.
I just see when like water comes out of a hose. This is like what I see coming from the crystals in the center of the earth, and is connected to the Lemurian energy, and just comes out and spreads everywhere.
What are they, how are they helping us with that? I can feel the energy right now through my body. What are they helping us with by sharing that energy?
It seems that some of them they're like, if I'm trying to like see it better, it seems like some of them are like little fractals of and stories. They hold like holograms and information and things. Yeah. This is what I see. So I'm assuming whoever can, they're like spreading out to the field and transmitting data and information to people.
So it's like a history book. It's like a library of information.
Yeah, yeah.
Is this something that we can explore in more detail in the future with our next couple of sessions? Is this something we're meant to explore?
Yes.
I would really love to. And from what I've been shown in my sessions, I'm from Lemuria as well, here on Earth. Did we know each other in Lemurian times?
Yes.
We had connections that way. Is that how we found each other now?
We work together.
Well, good. I'm so glad I finally found some family from there that I know of. Okay. I think this will give us more of a understanding of what we can explore in the future. But is there any other information, higher self, about Lemuria that you can? I mean, I miss it. I miss the energy of there. I miss the frequency. Anything you could share with us about Lemuria before we in this session? I just, I would appreciate.
So what I know, this version of higher self is our soul of magic. It's that so Lemuria is very etherical. It it's it has its beings are at a very high vibration. They're not very solid. Their energy, and this is where maybe you know better if I'm wrong, but their energies and their colors are light blue, cold. They are very crystalline. They have a lot of they work with plasma. It's not water. It's not water, but it's and and crystals. And like when you asked about our interaction, I was just seeing an image where we are interacting and we are storing information in crystals. I bring something, I put it there, you bring something, you put it there, and we're creating this. I don't know. I don't know if there are. Well, it's information. It's energy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure because I was thinking that it's memory banks. Is it grid? But then grid is also contains information that holds matter together. Yeah, so Lemurians, like, they have been working a lot with this type of frequencies of
Mm.
maintaining the purity. They're very light. They work a lot with crystalline energy. They're very peaceful, very pure. And their role was to maintain information. They were guarding the galaxy's information and energy, or part of it at least. Like the part that I interacted with was that one.
Okay.
Yeah, it feels like the keepers of this beautiful, pure energy.
Yeah.
Of love, light, understanding, of certain types of creations and tools.
I feel like as guardians, though, we can be warriors as well. Or did we not even need to be warriors?
No, different type.
Mm-hmm.
Different type of warriors, because being so light and so pure and so loving, violent and being aggressive and assertive was not something that would go. They tried to use as much as possible non-harmful tools and energies. They're so soft and so light and so loving that even though they were guardians, like on Earth, they didn't fight. I don't know what happened.
Well, we can explore that in future sessions.
Yeah,
I think that this is a great starting place for us.
yeah.
Well, now that you've been connected to that Lemurian energy, I just ask that that beautiful energy be able to stay with her for the next couple days. You guys can do that, or is that okay if I ask that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I appreciate all today who helped us on our journey in higher self. I appreciate you so much for giving us the comedy hour, but also such high perspective wisdom. And to all our Lemurian ancestors, I appreciate the energy sent today. And I just want to send gratitude and love and feel kind of homesick. So as we do that and send the love and gratitude to everyone who participated in our journey, we're going to bring back, first you're going to hear a button.